The Angel Next Door's Supposed to Be Rotten Volume 4 review. At the end of Volume 4 of The Angel Next Door's Supposed to Be Rotten, our main characters, Amane and Miharu, finally started dating. But this can be an end point for many series. This light novel continues and we're left wondering what's going on to happen next. With Volume 5 in hand, let's find out what's in store. As we reunite with our main characters, we find Mahiro overjoyed that Amane has finally accepted her feelings for him. The two are now happily dating and spend their days more or less the same as before, with Mahiro coming over to cook and spend time quietly with Amane. However, now the distance between them is very close and they're in the same class, they resolve not to hide their relationship at school. Even if that means Amane will be hated by all the boys for taking the angel for himself. While Amane prepares himself for the worst, he's surprised to find that no one minds his relationship since Mahiro is so happy by his side. They are initially shocked by how intimidating and flirty the two are all of a sudden, but that never amounts to any trouble. In fact, now that Amane isn't hiding away at his desk with a withdrawn atmosphere, he's getting on better with his classmates who want to get to know the boy who won the angel's heart. Mahiro meanwhile finds herself growing jealous of all the girls wanting to know more about Amane. Of course, she's pleased by the fact she's starting to come out of his shell, but she's conflicted since she wants to keep him all to herself. Thankfully, now that Amane has come to realize Mahiro's feelings for him, he's no longer the dance protagonist he once was, and very quite quickly notices her jealousy and works to put her fears to rest. Point 5 of The Angel Next Door Supposed to Be Rotten capitalizes on what has made this series good so far, which is a heartfelt interaction between the main characters. While I was being annoyed about their lack of romantic progress, I will say that Dr. Saiki-san has otherwise always done a great job of having the cast sort on her feelings. Misunderstandings rarely linger, and there's plenty of honest communication between Amani and Mahira about what they about happy or unhappy about. This is especially important now that they're actively dating since they have considered which intimate acts they're comfortable with and which they aren't. So far, all the two have done is hold hands and hug. Anything more than that feels like a step too far for Amani. He sees Mahiro as something precious that he doesn't want to hurt by rushing their relationship. Mahiro, meanwhile, is stuck between being happy that Amani values her so much and wanted to take things further. Even just a kiss will be enough to satisfy her desires, and that's something I was pleased to see the two actively discuss rather than letting any bad feelings build up. It's a realistic way of handling a relationship like this and makes me more interested in seeing what the future volumes have in store for us. Outside the school and progresses into central relationship, this volume also sees the cast reach summer vacation to celebrate their extended time off and take a trip to the pool and hang out with friends Itsuki, Yota, and Chitose. Afterward, they go to Amane's hometown to visit his parents. Something that Amane promised to do with Mahiro earlier in the series, but now that they're dating, Amane finds himself filled with the anxiety of having to tell his parents about their relationship. It's not that they be against it, as the pair are very fond of Mahiro and having actively encouraging Amani to date her. They just knows to make a huge fuss about it. It could be that's not the only problem waiting Amani back home. The Ancient Next Door's Policy Rotten Volume 5 comes to the West thanks to Young Press and continues to be translated by Nicole Welter as usual. Translation reads well with no issues to note. Next up for release in English is 5.5 later this month, which is a short story collection. After that, Volume 6 is scheduled for English release in January, so we do have a quite big gap between a main story installments. Hopefully, the point 5 release will keep readers going. Overall, The Ancient Next Door Supposed to Be Rotten Volume 5 sees my hero and Amani getting news to their real relationship. So much has changed between them, and yet so much stays the same as a realistic a pair going from close friends to lovers. Still, fans of the series will certainly enjoy watching over these two as they take small steps and figure out how to navigate the new lack of boundaries between one another. 8 out of 10.